him.
Honorable Minister.
That was at the top of his voice. And referred to me as a practitioner of LGBTQ. And every single last one of you is behaving as if you didn't hear it. And in response to that, I say he is mad. It is only a madman who will refer to his colleague in this house as a practitioner of LGBTQ. When you haven't seen me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Tonight, fireworks in Parliament as Communications Minister Ursula Owusu explodes with outrage on the floor, branding his colleague MP mad after she was accused of being a lesbian in a private conversation picked up by the microphone.
That a statement that is purportedly made, not captured in the speaker, should be a statement of the House.
Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker, now if you're asking me to withdraw any statement, I don't know which statement you're asking me to withdraw.
We are live in Parliament where MPs have been debating the controversial anti-gay bill. We tell you what happened when the Speaker challenged MPs opposed to the bill to stand up and be counted.
With the submission just made that all the 275 are in support of the bill. Anybody who disagrees, be on your feet and I will recognize you.
This is Top Story with Evans Mensah.
And Top Story is always brought to you by Vodafone. It was a dramatic spectacle on the floor of Parliament today when a microphone caught MP for Tamale Central and former Deputy Trade Minister Murtala Mohammed describing the Communications Minister as a lesbian. Members of Parliament have been debating the controversial anti-gay bill. Parliament's Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee had presented a consensus report asking the House to pass the bill. Both NDC and MPP MPs, in a rare show of unanimity, had been on their feet one after the other in support of the bill until the microphone caught Murtala Mohammed's comments about the Communications Minister. Ursula Owusu exploded with outrage, branding the MP for Tamale Central mad.
And repeatedly heard Honorable Murtala refer to me as a practitioner of LGBT to the hearing of everyone in the house. I sat here and repeatedly heard him.
Honorable Minister.
That was at the top of his voice. And referred to me as a practitioner of LGBT. And every single last one of you is behaving as if you didn't hear it. And in response to that, I say he is mad. It is only a madman who will refer to his colleague in this house as a practitioner of LGBTQ. When you haven't seen me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable Minister.
When you haven't caught me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable
you sit there and refer to me in those terms. In those terms.
Honorable Minister.
And we call ourselves honorable members of this house. When you all hear it and pretend that suddenly you've lost your sense of hearing.
Honorable Minister.
Let's go to Parliament now. Let's understand what really happened today on the floor. My parliamentary correspondent, Kweku Asante, was there for us and joins us now. Kweku, did you really hear the comments by Murtala Mohammed? Was it that audible?
I did not, Evans. In fact, if you look at the way the seating arrangement is in the House, Murtala Mohammed sits a little bit closer to the Honorable Kwame Dafe-Amepo, and he was the one on the floor at the time making his debating the report of the committee. It was then that Honorable Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed is accused of muttered some words which did not go down well with the MP for Ablekuma West and Communications Minister. She did not even draw the attention first. It was the second Deputy Speaker who actually stopped Honorable Ache Kwame Defemekpo and said that he had heard Honorable Murtala make some comments and asked him to withdraw. It was that moment that Ursula also got up, flared up very angry, and said that she had heard Murtala refer to her as a practitioner of LGBTQ, and she was not excited about that at all.
So, in effect, it wasn't the communications minister who first raised this subject.
Yes, it was actually the second deputy speaker who actually stopped Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dafeamekpo, was making the point and said that he had heard the MP for Tamale Central making a certain point and asked him to withdraw it.
Although Murtala Mohammed was not on the floor, he was seated.
Exactly. Murtala was not speaking into the mic. He was he was seated close to Honorable Roxanne Nelson Dafeamekpo, who was making his debate on the specifics of the report that had been laid on the floor.
I mean, did Ursula get any support from her colleagues when she stood up to confront Murtala Mohammed?
No, she did not. In fact, she was really incensed. A number of MPs around her tried to calm her down, but she was really incensed. She was shouting at the top of her voice that is not something that she would tolerate, and that she did not believe that the Honorable MP for Tamale Central, Honorable Murtala Mohammed, was acting responsibly by accusing her of being an LGBTQ practitioner.
How did the speaker handle this then? You've said that he intervened and asked Roxanne Dafeamekpo to sit down and then also directed the issue at Murtala Mohammed to withdraw. How did Murtala react to that?
So Murtala was not excited at all that he was being asked to withdraw something that he had not said. He said that he had not said anything into the mic, and that if he was being asked to withdraw some comments, then which comments are they asking him to withdraw? Because as far as he is concerned, he has not made any comment. But the speaker said, the deputy speaker, second deputy speaker, should emphasize, said that he had heard him say something and he wanted him to withdraw that.
And the last time I checked, our conduct here is guided by the Constitution and the standing orders of the House. And there is nowhere in the standing orders or the practice of this Parliament that I have seen in my young age in this Parliament that a statement that is purportedly made, not captured in the speaker, should be a statement of the House.
Honorable member.
Mr. Speaker, now if you are asking me to withdraw any statement, I don't know which statement you are asking me to withdraw. I am only withdrawing a statement which perhaps the Speaker heard me make, and I don't know the statement you heard me make. So I am withdrawing a statement.
Honorable Murtala, don't push me to that angle. I overheard you. I'm saying just withdraw from me.
Mr. Speaker, with all due respect, you cannot ask me to do something and I refuse to do it. Several statements were made, which one? By myself and my colleagues, including Honorable Ursula Owusu. Which of the statements are you asking me to withdraw?
So, are you inviting me to say what you said? Honorable Murtala, member for Tamale Central, I'm saying what you said that just withdraw from me.
Kweku, so it was at this point that Ursula Owusu stood on her own feet and then exploded, went all out. Hello, Kweku. Do we still have Kweku on the line?
Hello.
Okay, we'll try and get his attention because we really need to put this in proper context, because I understand as this proceeded, the Speaker of Parliament managed to get some form of an agreement of a withdrawal of a sort as far as this matter is concerned. Kweku is with me now. Kweku, I'm asking you, we just listened to the interaction between the second deputy speaker and Murtala Mohammed, who of course was raising issues with the speaker's approach. Is it after that we heard from Ursula?
So Ursula came in right after that, really not happy that she was also being asked to withdraw certain comments that she had made, and in particular, she took on again the specifics of the allegation that she made against the Honorable Murtala Mohammed.
But did Murtala Mohammed himself eventually eat humble pie on this, or she stood his ground, refusing to acknowledge what the speaker claims he had heard?
Well, indeed, after several tries by the deputy speaker, Murtala Mohammed actually caved in and said that if the speaker is asking him to withdraw the comments, then he was going to withdraw them. And then later on, the speaker actually then decided that any said comment, he's directing that it be expunged from the record.
I have made. I am withdrawing every single one. But Mr. Speaker, it is fair that Honorable Ursula Owusu, strangely, the Honorable former minister seated by her, is not aware she made some statement. Also withdraw every statement she made.
If you are finished, it's okay. Honorable Minister, can you apologize for the gestures that you...
And how did Ursula react to that?
Ursula also came in a little bit not so excited that she was also being asked to withdraw or apologize for being, in her own words, legitimately angry that some of those comments had been made against her person.
And the constituent members of Parliament, and with respect to the titles that we bear and the constituencies that we represent, if there's any gesture I made which anyone here finds offensive, I withdraw. However, let us all also be honest and admit that things happen here.
Honorable Minister, thank you very much. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. Honorable
Well, that's Ursula Owusu there, who is a communications minister. Thankfully, we can speak to Murtala Mohammed pretty quickly, who joins us right now. Mr. Mohammed, thanks for your time here on Top Story. We had Ursula Owusu on the floor. She really went ballistic on this. The outreach that we had, many people maybe have not heard what she said and how angry she was. This was her.
And repeatedly heard Honorable Murtala refer to me as a practitioner of LGBT to the hearing of everyone in the country. I sat here and repeatedly heard him.
Honorable Minister.
At the top of his voice. And refer to me as a practitioner of LGBT. And every single last one of you is behaving as if you didn't hear it. And if in response to that I say he is mad, it is only a madman who will refer to his colleague in this house as a practitioner of LGBTQ. When you haven't seen me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable Minister.
When you haven't caught me having sexual intercourse with your wife or your daughter or your mother.
Honorable
you sit there and refer to me in those terms. In those terms.
Honorable Minister.
And we call ourselves honorable members of this house. When you all hear it and pretend that suddenly you've lost your sense of hearing.
Honorable Minister.
I mean, Murtala, since the apology on the floor, have you spoken to her afterwards in furtherance of your attempt to reconcile, make some peace going forward?
Well, even first and foremost, let me say good evening to your cherished listeners. And I guess yourself, including your listeners, would have noticed the vulgar with which Ursula Owusu ranted, said, my mother, my wife, my daughter. I mean, she's one of the reasons why I have repeatedly said I don't want to be addressed as a member of Parliament. Even Parliament is guided by three things. Our conduct in Parliament is guided by the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the standing orders, and the best practices in Parliament. There is nowhere in the standing orders of Parliament or the practices of Parliament that says that if a statement is made off mic, it becomes an official statement of the House. That's the first statement I want to make. So there's nowhere in the standing orders or the Constitution. And we have had several instances where statements are made by members of Parliament. As long as the mic is off, it is not recorded. 2, I never use the word practitioner, never. And in fact, when the Speaker asked me to withdraw, I wanted to find out from the Speaker which of the statements he wanted me to withdraw, I made several statements. So even before I withdrew, I said, the only statement I made, which I think the Speaker is asking me to withdraw, was that I said that every single member of Parliament should be allowed to debate the matter we were discussing, that is the bill, and that no one should be allowed to sit on the fence, and that you are either for the bill or you are against the bill, and that those who refuse to support the bill, then everybody will know their positions. And in fact, Ursula probably has a position I do not know. Tell me how this becomes a serious matter.
You did not mention her name in that comment.
Never. You can check. And that is why when the Speaker said that I should withdraw, I wanted to find out from the Speaker which of the statements. Because when even the Fiamako was speaking, Ursula was also speaking across the aisle to the Fiamako off mic. And in fact, at a point, Ursula gestured, you people are mad, you are mad. She did that. But as long as the state, in fact, when the Fiamako was speaking, because the Fiamako made a statement in reference to her contribution, and she was saying that you people are mad, you are mad. But as long as that statement was not made in the mic, you cannot say Ursula should withdraw.
I mean, but why then did you apologize? If indeed
no, I didn't apologize for making the statement Ursula claimed I made. I didn't apologize. I said I am withdrawing every single statement I have made before the Speaker asked me to withdraw, because I wanted to know from the Speaker which of the statements he had I made that he wanted me to withdraw. So the Speaker could not pinpoint a specific statement he wanted me to withdraw. So initially I said the Speaker should tell me which statement I made he wanted me to withdraw. The Speaker could not tell me.
I listened to the Speaker, and it appeared to me that he was uncomfortable repeating the words you may have used.
No,
because he kept on telling you, do you want him to repeat what you said? And he hesitated.
No, but which word? And that is why I am saying that
the words that Ursula attributes to you.
Which word?
That you accused her of being a practitioner of LGBTQ.
That was Ursula's statement, and I can tell you, I never used the word practitioner. Never. In fact, I don't know the last time I used the word practitioner. There was no word like that, practitioner. I never said that. In fact, what I said, and you remember, if you go through the audio properly, before I withdrew, I said, Mr. Speaker, since you can't tell me specifically which word or which statement you want me to withdraw, I think that it has to do with the statement that, as I said, Mr. Speaker, allow every member of Parliament to debate on the issue so that we know the position of every MP. Perhaps it's a case of who the cap fits. I never mentioned Ursula's name. I never said that, Ursula, you are a practitioner. When we sit across the aisle, we all talk. People talk. Sometimes, look, when Honorable Afenyo was speaking, you had the minority chief whip who was also speaking across the aisle, but it was not captured in the mic. Sometimes the minority leader was speaking, Honorable Afenyo was also pointing and speaking. The Speaker could not have said that because you said they withdraw. You can't. That is why the practice is that any statement that is made off the mic, it is deemed not to be a statement made in Parliament, because the Hansard captures only statements that are captured by the mic. So if you make a statement while the mic is off, Parliament wouldn't have even that time to talk about it.
I mean, I know you say you didn't use the words that Ursula claims you did.
I never said she's a practitioner of LGBT.
But many will say, considering that this is something that you were speaking about and talking to your colleagues about and wasn't in the mic, this is a convenient way of just.
In fact, I wasn't the only person speaking. From our side, we were all speaking. From their side, they were also speaking, including Ursula. I told you at a point when the Fiamako was speaking, Ursula was gesturing. More bodam means you are mad. Is that not the case?
But and this is an accusation leveling at her, and she was also not speaking into the microphone.
Everybody had her, including our side.
Well,
but
the
reason why we didn't make it fast.
But she also says that although you were also speaking to the mic, this is exactly what you were saying about her, that she is a practitioner. The Speaker, of course, didn't specify what you said, but was clear that you said something that required immediate action, which is asking you to withdraw.
You say?
Both the Speaker, who clearly states that he had you say something that he believed was wrong and inappropriate.
No,
and then
but the
Ursula
speaker
comes
could
and
not
asks
tell
a
me which
specific.
he heard me say. Evans, it is not about what the speaker heard. It is about the speaker telling me, I heard you say this. And you remember, I was insisting the speaker should tell me which of the statements, because I made several statements and several people made several statements. So I was asking the speaker to tell us. But in any case, I withdrew. And you remember when I was with, I said, look, Mr. Speaker, since you can't tell me which specific statement you want me to withdraw, I'm withdrawing every single
But I find it curious, Muta. I know you. I mean, if you did not utter a word that was out of place, you would not have withdrawn.
Evans, I said I wasn't withdrawing any statement. If you observed, even at the point the speaker said, look, you are my friend, withdraw. I said, which statement? But you see, I didn't want it to appear as if I was debating and arguing with the speaker. So if you observed, my leader even got up, came to me, and I said the speaker should tell me which statement he wanted me to withdraw. The speaker could not tell me. But you see, sometimes I just withdrew to allow sanity to prevail, and that is why I didn't withdraw a specific statement.
But that withdrawal, you admit, is an admission of guilt.
No, it is not an admission of guilt. It is not. I said that, Mr. Speaker, since you can't tell me which statement you want me to withdraw, then I'm withdrawing every single statement I made since I entered into the chamber up to the time that thing happened. It is not an admission of guilt.
So you withdrew. You withdrew. Ursula also apologized. You accept her apology?
No, she refused to apologize. She refused to do so.
Well, I mean, I have what she said here. This is what she said exactly.
And the constituent members of parliament, and with respect to the titles that we bear and the constituencies that we represent, if there's any gesture I made which anyone here finds offensive, I withdraw. However, let us all also...
So she also withdrew, just as you did.
The speaker asked her to withdraw a specific statement which the speaker could not state. You see, the same logic with which you were asking me that I withdrew, and I said the speaker could not tell me the specific statement he wanted me to withdraw, is the same thing that is applicable to what Ursula did. The speaker said, withdraw the statement you made. And he said that if any member finds offensive, it is not about any member. It is about the speaker directing you to apologize. The speaker was not even asking her to withdraw. The speaker was asking her to apologize. There's a sharp difference between, there's a sharp difference between withdrawing and apologizing.
She withdrew in the end. And I
say the speaker asked her to apologize. You heard the speaker. It was not about withdrawing. The speaker said, apologize. That's different. But the speaker told me, withdraw the statement. I said, which statement? So for sanity to prevail in the House, and my leadership insisted that, look, I should just withdraw every statement I made. If you observed, the minority leader came to me, the minority chief, they all came to me and said, look, just withdraw every statement you have made so that we proceed. So my withdrawal was that I was withdrawing every statement I made right from the time I entered the chamber till that time, because the speaker could not tell me. But the speaker didn't ask her to withdraw. The speaker said, apologize. And Evans, did she apologize?
Well, this is what the speaker asked her to do.
It's okay. Honorable Minister, can you apologize for the gestures that you...
Yeah, so she was asked to apologize. What she actually did was to withdraw. But I guess both of you need to move forward. I'm asking on the back of her withdrawal, your withdrawal as well. Have you managed, both of you, post this to shake hands?
No, in fact, she left the chamber right after this unfortunate brouhaha. She left the chamber. Even when she left, I asked Mr. Speaker, where is my friend Ursula Owusu? And everybody was laughing. If Ursula was going to be in the chamber till we finish, I would have extended a handshake, and I don't know whether she would have accepted that. Because some of these things happen. And Evans, let's get something very clear. Any statement that is made off mic, it is not a statement that is deemed to be a statement of parliament. That's one thing. Any statement that is made off mic. Because the Hansard will not capture any statement that is made off mic. And for the avoidance of doubt, and I want to repeat this, just as I said on the floor, the statement I made, I said, Mr. Speaker, every single member should be allowed to debate the matter so that we know the position of every member of parliament. No one should be allowed to sit on the fence. We are either for the motion or you are against the motion. This was the statement I made. So if Ursula took offense, perhaps she was already waiting to take offense. And maybe it's a case of who the kafir. And I can tell you, without any shred of doubt, I never use the word a practitioner of LGBTQ.
Well, thank you very much, Murtala Mohammed, there on the floor of Parliament today, in a bit of a pickle when it came to the debate and what he said or allegedly said. You've heard him deny categorically that he had uttered the words attributed to him by the communications minister. You can make of that what you will. And of course, the substantive matter, though, was a debate on the anti-gay bill, which was before the House today. We will be back live in Parliament on Newsnight, where the MPs have been debating that bill. We'll tell you what happened when the Speaker challenged MPs opposed to the bill to stand up and be counted.
With the submission just made that all the 275 are in support of the bill. Anybody who disagrees, be on your feet and I will recognize you.